Hello, I would like to welcome you to this very special podcast. My name is Jante and I'm from Erfurt in Germany. And we are here with a very special project because we have an exchange between Germany and Bosnia-Herzegovina. And today you're gonna see our project we produced in this whole week. We are very few people. We have 4 groups. This is the first group, and in this group there is...
Hello everyone, I'm Martina, I'm 27 years old and I come from Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Hi, I'm Ivona, I come from Mostar, I'm 23 years old.
I'm Felix, I'm coming from Erfurt and I'm 28 years old.
My name is Nana, I'm 24 from Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Thank you for introducing. And now I would like to talk about the exchange. For some of you it's the first exchange and for some of you it's the first time with us being together. Felix and me went to the first round of the exchange in Germany and Erfurt, and now we're here in Mostar and it's our first time with this group. So maybe you can talk about some impressions what we did the whole week.
I think I can start with that. On the first day it was very exhausting coming here directly from the train ride. The flight was a bit exhausting. But on Tuesday I think we had a first workshop. We got to know each other. I just barely remember what we did. I think the first thing we saw together, can you help me out, was maybe...
We did a workshop with Anya, voice manifest. We did a workshop that she kind of gave us 2 sentences and she gave us free will to write, let's say, small essay or some short story about it. And then from each person's essay, we collectively chose words that we liked from that essay. And then we created a song with it that we practiced the next day in the morning together as a group.
Yes, and later we went to Jablanica, I think, and yeah, we visited Tito's bunker. We were afterwards in the Partisan Museum, where we had enough time to watch around, and it was really new for me as a German, I have to say. And yes, we saw the Partisan Cemetery here in Mostar, and of course we had a lot of fun nights together.
You mentioned a place where you've been with the whole group because you made a project together. Because in this whole week we have a final project, a shortcut. Maybe you can just talk a little bit about the topic that we're gonna hear right after we stop talking.
So I also just wanted to add that we did a 3-hour tour within Mostar with the whole group, and for me as a local it was quite fun doing it because I'm from here and I'm doing a tour of my own city. Our group project, we decided to take sort of approach like this, like a podcast style approach, and we chose the location of the Partisan Cemetery. We set up chairs, camera, and we just talked about our mutual experiences with the topic that we have. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So I guess we will now see the project together, a little shortcut from you guys, 10 minutes, about a very important topic. So have fun watching.
Set notes up, Jenny. Felix, he has to go to a wedding, and he forgot the location is 40 minutes. We can go by stairs.
Which location? And we're today sitting at a partisan memorial cemetery, a place that commemorates the anti-fascist resistance of the partisans during the Second World War. We means we are young people from Germany and from Bosnia-Herzegovina, and we're taking part in an exchange project. So first, guys, I would ask you to introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Ivona from Mostar, and today we're gonna have a little discussion. Can't wait.
Hello everyone, I'm Martina and I'm from Sarajevo.
And what we're going to talk about, as the introduction said, is silence after war, is trauma. I would ask you guys, maybe you first, what experience did you make with those topics here in Bosnia?
Since I live in Bosnia and I don't have any personal experiences, but that doesn't mean that I don't feel the experiences of other people around me and what they've been through. And it has really great impact on all of us, no matter the side and no matter the person. Everyone still has a lot of hatred, but also there's a lot of love here.
So I personally am not in the group of people that have lived through the war. I'm younger than that, but my father was personally in the war, and it left him quite some damage, physical and mental. Growing up with that, I have to tell you, it was quite hard, because I understand from his point of view that he didn't want to talk about it. From the PTSD, it was not comfortable, but sometimes he would have a feeling that he had to share something about the war. And when he did that, when he would share some small stories that would come from that, it was like listening to horror audio. It was absolutely horrifying to listen to something that your father went through. And you can't even imagine a world where something like that could happen, let alone someone so close to you. So growing up here, I was never taught to hate anyone. Always with respect your own and respect others.
So from my point of view, as a German who lives now, I cannot say anything to a war in the past because I was not born there. My parents didn't go through a war, but my grandparents partly did and my great-grandparents did. And we have, when it comes to the topic war, I can tell that it's mostly about the silence, like a loud silence, if you know what I mean. Yes. Because when I was asking as a kid, what did my great-grandfather do in the war, in the Second World War, I just had basic information about that he was in Stalingrad, fought under Hitler for the Wehrmacht, the regular German army. And if I asked any more, like he got imprisoned by the Russians, but they wouldn't answer me because they don't know themselves, like whether my grandmother, but my mother, they all didn't know what he was like in prisonership in Russia, what he exactly did in the war, how it went, whatever, and never got those information. And in Germany, there was the movement of the 68s, and they were kind of hippie leftist movement. You have to imagine there was no memorial culture. What I wanted to ask you is, do you think there are ways to bring this in Bosnia? And if yes, how it should happen? Like, should it be below from the people, or is it better that the government sets the circumstances for a better memorial culture?
The problem, I think, here is that everybody got hurt, and everybody kind of went through it from aside the people that immigrated, the people that stayed and fought. They're so scarred for life, and I don't mind that. And their silence, even 30 years after, is still justified. I would not involve the government, because here the government is a bit corrupt, and I don't think we would get proper answers from there, because I think they would at some point try to hide a lot of stuff and stuff like that. But if there could maybe be a way of a documentary style movie done
To be honest, our government will never try to help us unite because we are quite divided still after the war. And they will just use that divide to keep us even more divided and to do whatever they tell us to do. Thankfully, a lot of people today are kind of waking up and like settling down on things and meeting other people and getting to know each other. So they have better experiences today with a lot of people, a lot of different people. So I think that it would be a really good thing, maybe one day, to just try to protest or make a movement just so they, the government and the people that are kind of above us, stop trying to divide us so much, because we really can live together. But if you feel hatred that's already kind of there for some reason, of course it's going to get even messier than it already is.
What is good with talking to people in other countries about war, about their experiences, about the silence we said existing after the war? What do we have from this? What do you think about it?
I personally feel the need to have the knowledge. I would feel ashamed not to know what happened to our people in my own country. I just want to know in a kind of not respectful manner, but I want to learn about it in a respectful manner, not to offend anyone or to cause anyone unsettling feelings, but purely for the knowledge, because if we don't talk about it, it's going to get lost, and then in next 30 years, what if someone says, what war? Yeah.
I think that it really is important for us, everyone in the world, to remember what had happened before, in every part of the world. Because if we don't, then it will get erased. But maybe it's why is it so important is so we don't repeat it. And we should learn from it, and that's why history exists. That's why books about history exist, so we can actually have all that knowledge and decide to act differently upon what we saw before.
So guys, in the end, there's one question still there. What do you think, what are the similarities between the Second World War, the traumas and the silence, and the Yugoslavian war?
In my opinion, every war is very different, but the consequences are always the same. A lot of different experiences from people in every war, but at the same time, they all went through the same stuff that happened to them. Everybody lost something in it.
So, you know, each country took their own play of the aftermath. I think my country fell behind and didn't do that good of a job.
And like the suffer and the pain they are going through are similarities, but I think we can learn from each other, like spoken for the world, kind of, that this suffer can be left behind and that you can move on in some way, but every society has like to decide in which way. So guys, thank you for sharing your thoughts with me, and thank you for having this experience of this week, talking about a lot of things like this. And I'm pretty sure that like our generations will be maybe some different from the others, and I'm hoping that we're not going to have to go to
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Hopefully not.
So
Okay.
thank you, and
Thank you, Felix.
Thank you, Felix.
Okay, ciao guys.
So, welcome back. We just watched a project from this group you can see here right now, and we're going to talk about it a little bit because what we heard and saw was very interesting. Maybe you guys can tell us how you got to the topic and why especially this topic.
So our idea was talking about trauma after the war, and we kind of thought about going to Partisan Grave and just to put our thoughts there and talk about similarities about the war and all the trauma that it caused, and to talk about what was happening in Bosnia and Herzegovina and Germany also. So it was kind of like a cool idea to us, and it went very well.
I also wanted to add why we chose that location, because the tour guide that guided us through the Partisan Cemetery, she was telling us how the location isn't being used enough in the public. It's being kind of abandoned, and I thought it would be quite nice for our final project that we use it. And yeah.
And I also want to add that like the approach we had was, because obviously we're from Bosnia-Herzegovina and from Germany, and we made totally different experiences in different times. So those are 2 wars, like 80 years difference. And the one was the Second World War, like our grandparents, or my grandparents in this case, went fighting, and the other one was the Yugoslavian War. And the idea behind that is like, it's an approach of history science. This is called multi-directional memory, and we could just lift it in this moment, because it's about sharing the emotions, it's about sharing the experiences we made with the topic. And this could strengthen a topic like this, and to talk about this for us. And that's pretty it.
Maybe you, Nana, can answer me the question: how was it to be confronted with such topic, and do you think about it often in your free time or in your life before this project?
Honestly, I feel like because I come from Zenza originally, it is a city that wasn't hit much by the war, and it really all of this kind of made me realize the gravity of the situation a bit more, because when you come here, when you come to Sarajevo, for example, the buildings are all torn up from the war. We don't really have that. So it was a really good perspective to go to these places and get explanations about what happened, how it happened, why it happened. And we got some connections like the World War II stuff that happened here directly affected what happened here in Yugoslavia because of the tensions that never got solved throughout time. And I think that was really, really a great experience, and I'm grateful that I had it.
Thank you very much. If you want, you can just shortly say how you feel right now about the project, about the product you have seen right now and sent into the world. And then after that, we will see another group.
Maybe I'm telling you how I feel about the project and how I feel about the project.
Yeah, like that's what I meant, the exchange.
You meant the exchange, okay. I have to say it's what I'm always saying, and I will say it later if we have an evaluation, of course, is that I'm cannot say what I'm learning here, but I'm learning something, and this is like always the best thing, getting to know each other people, different countries, different cultures, different, in Mostar, for example, I come from Erfurt, and there is no public Islam, for example. Here it's the completely opposite. It's great to experience some things you cannot experience in your home. It's a whole new city and whole new culture for me, because I've been to Sarajevo, but it's different from Mostar.
The whole project together, I kind of unplanningly signed up for it, so it took me maybe a little longer for me to understand what we're really doing here. But I'm super grateful for the experience and the knowledge and meeting the new people and doing projects and workshops and putting myself out there, maybe doing stuff that I wasn't so comfortable with doing before. And I just kind of broke through and worked with it. So yeah, I'm super happy about it.
I'm also very grateful for this experience because I've met a lot of new people that I think are really cool. And also I've learned a lot about my own country, some stuff that I didn't know, must admit. So I think it was really fun, and I think that it was a great idea to do this, and it has a great topic.
Thank you. Do you also want to say?
I think I said what I wanted to.
Perfect. Then thank you very much, and see you soon.
Ciao.
Hi, my name is Felix. I don't know if you recognize me from the last group, but I am now the host for this group. We have the second group here with us, and first, guys, I want to ask you to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Dania. I'm from Erfurt in Germany. I'm 21 years old.
Hello everyone, I'm Ivana. I'm 25 years old and I'm a local. Hi, my name is Delina. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Sarajevo.
Hello, my name is Gerrit. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Erfurt in Germany.
So, since you have the microphone, I'm going to ask you first, because you are one of the two guys from this group who weren't to Bosnia or to Mostar before. Can you share your expressions of the city, of how you came to it and how you saw it this week?
I think I have very good expressions of the city. I really liked it. And we came here by train from Sarajevo and we flew to Sarajevo by plane. And the train ride was very, very beautiful because there was a lot of nature you can see, and there was like beautiful hills with trees and lakes everywhere. And I think that's the thing that surprised me the most, the beautiful nature here. And the city is also very diverse. I really liked it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to visit Mostar and Bosnia and Herzegovina again.
So, I'm going to ask you next. What were your impressions? Were they similar to Gerrit's?
Yeah, so I was really scared about snakes because I read about Bosnia and that they had different kinds of snakes here, and I have a phobia of snakes, but I didn't encounter any, so that was really good. Otherwise, everyone would have heard me screaming till Germany. But yeah, I also really like the city. It's really vibrant and alive in the night. It's really cool, and I also wasn't expecting the beautiful nature.
Okay, I try to ask you guys the other way around because you already been to Mostar.
Someone is living.
Someone is living here. How did you see Mostar this week? I mean, maybe through different eyes, or did the group change your view?
Well, of course, with the tours and everything, I learned a lot of new things that I didn't know. But for example, I was trying to be a good tour guide with my group. And whenever we were going, for example, for the treasure hunt, I was trying to explain everything around us to them. And also, whenever we had break this week, I tried to go with you somewhere because I also have a car, so everything is really nearby, and trying to show you some secret places that locals know. So that's my point of view.
So, Dina, and you?
Well, I have been in Mostar some times before, but this was the first time that I can explore Mostar on real way, because I didn't know many things about history and these like secret places that Ivana talks about. So I'm happy because next time when I came in Mostar, I can go to these secret beaches and that things. So
You can call me.
Yeah.
I think we can all call you. And we will definitely do that. Before we're going to speak about your video, because you also did a video as a project of this week, I think we're going to watch it.
Is a divided city in which most of the Catholic people live on the western side, while most of the Muslim people live on the eastern side. I also saw this by flags at lamps on streets of both sides. As I found out, there are many public facilities twice in the city, each for one side. For example, there are 2 music schools. There are also 2 schools under one roof with shift system, so the children from both sides will not see each other. I also found out the political system is divided too. The 2 opposing sides want to provoke each other by building war memorials on the town hall's place and destroying one. This results in politicians work against each other and not for the city. I saw a few destroyed public buildings in the middle of the town, and I'm sure this is why.
Okay, so I have few bad things about Mostar from my point of view. And first of all is like these destroyed buildings that are like in many places in Mostar. And after that, there is like fact that Gerrit already said, but I agree with him. It's that people are still do not cross the bridge and go to the other side because they think there will happen something bad to them and that all. And also I heard when we spoke to many people here, maybe they some of them didn't cross the bridge until their 18 year. So that was like, I was shocked when I heard that. And also I found bad thing in Mostar is bad politics. That is like, I don't know, it has a lot to do from to just if the politics is better, then the problems will be like smaller.
There is this big monument for partisans in Mostar, and for me it's really interesting, both from an historical point of view but also from an artistic point of view. But it is not at all cared for. People here don't really know about it, or you cannot even recognize it from the street. And even worse, some people keep trying to destroy it. Now it is mostly a place for drunk people to hang out, not really to remember, and there seems no real notion to change that. It is the same with all of those buildings you can see in the city that are falling apart, where you can still see the bullet holes from the war. From my point of view, both could be places for people to remember, to tell stories, for young people to learn about their country's history. I think the city has so much potential, but it's not being used at the moment. And time keeps passing by. In a few decades, there might be no one left to remember the war and tell stories as they really happened.
I'm from Mostar, the city that is still healing. Even decades after the war, its scars are everywhere. In the divided streets, in the silence between people, in the weight of what's unspoken. You feel it in the buildings that still have bullet holes, in the way that city is physically and emotionally split. Politics often keep us stuck in the past, and progress feels slow. Sometimes it's hard to imagine real unity here. But even in all that heaviness, there is something about this city that keeps you pulling back.
Most of the time this week it has been insanely hot here. The sun is brutal and it feels like my skin is melting all of the time. But after a long and warm day here, after the sunset, you can finally breathe again. At night the temperature is lower and all of the lights are turned on, so you can see all of the amazing architecture. There's such a vast contrast. There are these new, shiny, modern buildings right next to old houses that are barely holding up, where you can still see the bullet holes from the war. It is like all of Mostar is a scenery of ambivalence that always reminds you of what happened not too long ago. And maybe in spite of that, or maybe because of that, the people here create so much art. It is surrounding you everywhere you go. I would like to return here in a few years to see how the city evolves with time and with the changes that a new generation might bring.
When we are talking about the good things of Mostar, first thing that I have on my mind is like these people who love their city and this new generation of people who are like living for the better future, and as much as they are talking about the past, they want that we have like that we are all the same people and to have like to create the better future for all of us, not just the people in Mostar but in the whole country. I think that I just write one quote that I saw when we were in Tito's bunkers, and I think it's connected with the art here. So it goes like it's better to invest in culture than in war. So I think that here in Mostar we have good example of that, but in a case that the art is connecting people from both of sides in Mostar, the art festivals, street art festivals and music festivals, except that they are connecting people in Mostar, they are connecting people from other cities and other countries that are coming here every year. So I think that's the one of the best things in Mostar. And also I like here people's creativity. That you can see in every street, each person has its own creativity. So I would say that the creativity of people here in Mostar is something that is also creating better future to all of us.
I saw how festivals bring people together. I visited the Mostar Summer Festival and it was right at the border of the two cities, and I saw people from both parts of the city going there and enjoying the music together. And I noticed there are many more festivals that bring the city together. For example, the Bridge Jumping Festival and the Street Art Festival. And especially the Street Art Festival expresses similarities and makes people get over the past. Art can do so much other things can't do. And I noticed a big art scene in Mostar. I saw projects encouraging diversity too. For example, not only a mosque and Catholic churches are being built, but also Orthodox churches or even a synagogue. And the good thing is, acceptance of a greater diversity makes people lay down their prejudice, which they mostly have because of older generations. And that bring the people together. And of course, here at Amplituda, everybody can come and expresses themselves and realizing together bringing projects like this.
But Mostar is more than its own past. It's in the people, their humor, their stubborn spirit, their warmth, even when life has been unfair. It's in the art, from murals on crumbling walls to music echoing through the old alleys. It's in the coffee that is shared for hours, laughter that fills the narrow streets, and the kind of sunset that make you stop and feel. We are a mix of everything, east and west, old and new, pain and joy, but somehow in all that contradiction there's beauty and there's hope. And I like to say it in our own language slang, volim Mostar makar vaki.
So thank you guys for sharing your video with us. So let me first ask you about your approach to that. What was the plan?
So we were trying to represent Mostar in a little bit different way. And because I'm from Mostar, I love Mostar. I know that this city really have bad and really good things. But we tried to represent everything, and at the end we wanted to give them message that the young people will actually change a lot of things. And also at the beginning of the video we insert the headlines from the new newspaper about the bad things in Mostar. Then we started speaking about the bad things in Mostar, and after that there is a light that you already see, and we were speaking about the good things in Mostar, and that Mostar is actually an amazing place to be, to live, and I don't know, I really like it. I don't know, you can say from your perspective, because...
Yeah, I really like our video because, you know, no place is ever just one thing, and Mostar is many things, and it's good that it's many things.
So do you guys want to add something? Feel free.
Yeah.
I think that you can see in our video like a bit of the real light of Mostar, and this light we are talking about is such a beautiful thing to visit, and I hope you will visit Mostar soon, as well as we did.
Okay, I wanna ask one more thing. We did a lot of things this week. Like we went to Tito's Bunker and so on. We had a tour through Mostar. Did any of these events like motivated you for this video?
Maybe I can, because I took a picture of one quote that it was written in Tito's bunker, and it says like it's better to invest in culture than in the wars. So I think it's like good explanation of from these things that we show in our video, and I also would like later to like speak about other groups about these things, how they see this quote, because I think it has a lot of meanings.
Okay, thank you guys. And if no one wants to add anything, I'd say thank you for your video, and I hope you had a lot of fun this week.
I want to say something. because I'm the local one, and I was also in Germany, and I really had a great time there. And I'm really happy to see you guys all here. This week passed really fast, but I hope you had a great time, and I hope I will see you here in Mostar again soon.
Thank you.
Hello everyone. Right now we have here like third group of our project, and I have a chance to see already some pieces of their video and everything that they have prepared. So I can say that they did a pretty good job. But first of all, I would like them to introduce themselves, and then we can watch the video later. So,
my name is Nika. I am 18 years old, and I'm the only local member in this group.
How are you the only local member in this group?
You're from Sarajevo.
I'm from Sarajevo. Sorry, to me local is Balkan. My name is David. I'm 18 years old, and I come from Sarajevo.
And I'm Caro, 19 years old, from Erfurt in Germany.
Great. Well, I would like to start with you, Caro, because you come from Germany. First of all, I would like to hear from you how was the process for this video that you prepared, and before that, how do you like here in Mostar to be?
Mostar is a very, very beautiful city. It's hot though, so I was melting a bit, but very beautiful, especially like the river Neretva and the mountains. So I really enjoyed it. And we did like the city tour through Mostar, and we really got inspired by it because buildings tell stories, and we wanted to keep and catch the stories of the building and bring them on to a video format.
Well, I heard that you have just tried Bosnian coffee, and you saw the guy who was jumping from the old bridge, and you said that now you can go home. So how do you like all that?
Yes, I've got the whole Mostar and Bosnian Herzegovina experience. I'm quite happy. I got to see everything I liked. I want to see like here when I came here, and I really like Bosnian coffee. I'm not like a huge coffee drinker back home, but I really enjoyed the coffee here. So you guys did a good job for inventing this coffee.
Great, I'm happy to hear that. Well, you already said that we did this tourist guide, but I know that your video is about this, like kind of your tourist guide, how you see the Mostar. So Nika, I would like to hear how was the process and how you got this idea to do video in this way.
So the video, we got a theme on the first day, but it wasn't accepted at first. And then later on, our main idea was to like show off the buildings and the story they tell us throughout the years of what was happening in Mostar back then and everything and how they are used now.
Great. Well, David, I know that you are like musician artist, so I would like to hear how did you get your music into this video. I saw that you did a really good job, but I want to hear from your perspective how it was.
Yeah, I tried to. It was pretty simple. We were doing it like in a coordinated way. My crewmates record something, edit something. I look at it, look at what's the color of the image, at what time it was recorded, and I tried to match the overall song with the color of the video, and the lighting and everything else. And I think it came out pretty well. There could have been more improvements, of course, but it would have taken much more time. But all in all, we've all put in a lot of effort, and I think that's what matters the most.
Great. While you said that you did a good job, now we can maybe see this good job.
Have you ever walked through a city and wondered what the buildings could tell you? If only they could speak. Cities are more than just places to live and work. Their buildings are timekeepers, storytellers, and silent witnesses to the lives, struggles, and hopes of generations past. Every facade, arch, and stone holds a memory of what once was, of what changed, and of what we choose to preserve or forget. In this video, we take a walk through Mostar, not just to see it, but to listen to it. This is a walk through history, identity, and remembrance, one building at a time.
Music school, the school on Musala, it was built back in 1887 and it used to be an elementary school. After that, it became commercial school. After World War II and all up until 1992, it was the building of music school first and second level. But later in 1992, it also got ruined because of the war. Luckily, after it got renovated and its appearance makes the Musala prettier.
This is Gradsko Kupalište. It was built in 1914. It's designed in an Islamic and Moorish style which reminds of Turkish hammams and Roman baths, which can be seen by the chimneys, shaped like minarets, the stone lions at the entrance, and the decorative flower arrangements. Its leading architect was likely Rudolf Teniers, and Miroslav Luse supervised the construction. The mayor of Mostar said once, "People, here's your bath. For those who can't afford it, there's always the river Neretva." Over the time it lost its importance due to the construction of Mostar's Olympic swimming pool in 1958, and it was severely damaged during the war in the 90s. Now it's partially reconstructed by the help of the Italian government, but still its original function is not upheld.
This is Neretva Hotel. It was designed in 1890 by Alexander Wittek, in the same style as Gradsko Kupalište. Neretva Hotel had guest rooms, meeting room, and reading rooms accompanied with a piano. It was planned to be reconstructed on the 100-year mark of its existence, but it was then destroyed in the first months of the war in the 90s. Now, the plan is to reconstruct it under the Hilton Hotel chain, and it will have 80 rooms.
This is Spanish Square. Its name is dedicated to the 21 members of Spanish UN forces who lost their lives during the war in the 90s. It should be a place for meeting and connecting all citizens of Mostar. It was opened in 2012 by King Juan Carlos I of Spain, together with the mayor of Mostar. It's located right where the dividing line between Croats and Bosniaks was during the war. Its reconstruction cost around 960,000 convertible mark and was partially covered by the Spanish government, the UN, and also the city of Mostar.
This is the old gymnasium, Gimnazija Mostar. Formerly, it was called Gimnazija Aleksa Šantić. It got its name by the poet Aleksa Šantić. It was established in 1893 during the Austro-Hungarian period. During Yugoslavia, it was the most reputable school, numbering around 2,000 students. But later on, during the Croat-Bosniak War, it got damaged, but the renovation was luckily completed in 2009. Now, it's a school with two programs, Bosnian and Croatian together.
Komadina, the first Bosniak mayor of Mostar. But more than that, he was a visionary. He brought electricity to the city before many major European capitals had it. He built roads, opened schools, pushed for green spaces. He wanted Mostar to become a modern city, and this villa was meant to be its symbol. The house mixed European styles, elegant arches, symmetry, tall windows. It wasn't just a home. Over the decades, it became a library, then an archive, then even a youth center. But today, it's falling apart. Windows shattered, walls cracked. It's been left like this for years, while the city debates what to do with it. In 2024, a design was finally chosen for its restoration. But so far, nothing has moved. Still, if you look at the details, the ironwork, the proportions, you can feel the pride the city once had in itself.
Was built in 1960, and in 1994 it was established as a public enterprise. It is located right next to Rondo Square, and now it is a music school. It's named after Stjepan Kosača, the Great Duke, or Herceg, as the locals would say it. It also includes the Great Hall and hosts many orchestras and many musicians and theater artists. A small hall holds events such as literally evenings, seminars, and presentations. This is Rondo. It was built during the Austro-Hungarian period in 1897, and it is the main square of the city.
In the end, these buildings will keep telling stories, even if we are no longer around.
Well, I can agree with this that David said that they did a great job. So I would like to hear your impressions as you saw again your video.
The video, I think it's very nice. I think we showed off the most important buildings that we have in our city. I hope you guys also enjoyed doing the video. Did you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
It was a nice project to do.
Yeah, David, can you just compare this tourist guide that we have with our guide and this piece that you already done? What is different and what is the same?
I think we tried not to, segregate, diverse or story tell in a negative way about anybody. We just tried to show and appreciate the buildings and architecture and culture through history as a whole, and not to pick sides, not to segregate anybody, but to unify in a completely different way, which is, architecture, culture. It isn't offending anybody. And it's a nice way of non-oppressively, unifying everybody, I would say.
Great. Well, can you just say us when we went to this tour? We have this tour guide, and when he told us that he didn't cross the bridge until he was 18 years old. How do you found that? What do you think about that? Maybe.
Well, I think maybe it's understandable due to the complicated history that this country obviously had. So I'm not gonna say how I really find it because it's inappropriate. It's like a very personal thing. But yeah, it shows just how near the history he is. You can still see the scars. And his story just proved it to me more that there are still a lot of things that need to be talked about.
Great. Well, Nika, I would like to hear from you. Also, our guide said that he is now teaching his kids in a better way. He is not teaching them just about the war. He wants them to teach about this equality and good things in Mostar. So, do you think that new generations that are coming, like young people as us, can make good changes?
I really hope that. I really hope that everybody is going to try and educate their kids that all of us are equal in this city. No matter if we're divided on two sides, we're all just people.
Okay, well, David, when we were in Tito's bunkers, I saw one quote that it goes like, "It's better to invest in culture than in wars." What do you think about it?
I do agree. I strongly agree. I think that there's no better way of unifying people and, completing collaborative and mutual expression than through not only architecture but also arts and generally some way of collective expressing. And it's always much better to invest into collaborative work and to cross cultures than to kill each other, and that's just a straight up fact.
Okay, Caro, so we are going home tomorrow, but I would like to hear from you, what is just one thing that it's staying in your mind about Mostar and all the job that we did here?
That things I took for granted or things I only saw with one perspective doesn't need to be true. Mostar, and especially the stories I heard here, showed me that there are different perspectives on things. I thought that they only had one perspective. So that's what I'm going to take home and maybe question things I take for granted more.
Great. So if you need to describe to your friends when you go to Germany, Mostar in some sentence, what will it be? Maybe good coffee, jumpers from Old Town or something like that. Or just good people and so much history.
Yeah, maybe a hot, beautiful and culturally rich city.
So thank you guys for everything. and I think that you did really great job. But also I would like to see the other video from the last group. So this is it.
Let's welcome our fourth and final group. They are obviously the biggest group here, so why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I am Rilana, I'm 27 and from Germany.
Hello, my name is Jante. I'm 20 years old from Erfurt in Germany.
Hello, I'm Chiara. I'm from Leipzig and I'm 23.
Hello guys, I'm Kenan. I'm 18 years old and I live in Mostar.
And I am Anna. I am 25 and I come from Germany, from Erfurt.
Thank you. So, could you guys tell me how was your overall experience in Mostar? Did you like it?
For me, I have to say, I've had so many impressions this week, and it was really, really nice. I really, really like Mostar. I think I will come back probably soon. I really liked it overall, like the nature, the buildings, the architecture, the people as well. I really liked them too. So yeah, that's what I can say.
I also really liked it. Like the people are very open and you got welcomed very warmly. So it was really nice and we saw a lot. So I have a lot of impressions in my mind, as Anna told you. So I have to reflect a bit, but I am also planning to come back. Yeah.
We are going to be a big group that will come back to Mostar again, or to Bosnia-Herzegovina, because I also want to come back. I'm stunned by this place. I'm stunned by the people, by the nature, the city, the buildings, the history about it. It was a really important week for myself because I learned so much, and I'm very happy to be here right now and show our project to the world.
Yeah, for me it was same, so I didn't believe that it is that beautiful how it was, and I also liked to get the possibility to hang up with local persons here and to get to know each other, and yeah, I really enjoyed and I'm really thankful for this.
Will you be coming back?
Yes, of
okay.
course.
Good.
I will.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do live in Mostar, so I'm here every day. But I did learn a lot of new stuff, which is interesting, and met a new people, and I wish we will stay in contact after all of this. We will.
We will.
But yeah.
They will come back, don't worry.
Yeah, they better.
Thank you. But could you tell me more about your whole project that you did? I really want to know.
Yeah, so we kind of took a different approach, I would say. We thought about, okay, what would be cool? And Rilana actually had the idea to kind of do an experimental kind of video on the topic of movements. Yeah, we talked about it, like what does movement mean to us? There's a lot of different ways that you can kind of see movement in a physical way, in an emotional way, in a social way. So yeah, we kind of collected ideas. And then we started taking pictures of buildings that we liked, or just kind of get impressions from Mostar. Maybe you can add something.
I can add something. So we all thought that movements is a very good topic. So like in the project or during the week, we made a move. And got forward, we got knowledge, and we also because I think we are all creative persons, so we had also the space to try things out and to have the space to also learn something about video and to combine that. And we also were thinking about movements in a social context and a mental context. So with the video we want to make a move and wants you to make a move.
Any of you?
Yeah, maybe I could add that I wanted to show something what touched me somehow, and I think like this word movement, because like you already said, you can interpret it different, and I think the world is changing every time, we are changing every time, and so it's also interesting to show maybe also things or places who are like not moving at all, but they change, and we wanted to show it. Yes.
Yeah, the buildings were really moving me because they're so destroyed sometimes and not rebuilt or repaired. And I thought about what the buildings would tell us if they could speak. So this really moved me. And the moment Rilana said the word movement, I was like, okay, we have to do something about movement. I'm in, and I'm really happy about the product we're gonna see. And thank you all for this progress, because it was also really like a mental challenge. It was a mental challenge to work with this topic in a creative way.
Thank you, but will you show the project to your friends when you come back to Germany?
Of course.
Really?
I'm gonna show everyone. I want to spread the message.
Okay, good then. Why don't we see the project? And after this short video we saw, it's so good. I'm amazed how you guys did it. It's so good. So could you tell me, I'm really wondering, what are some cultural differences between Germany and Bosnia and Herzegovina? Do you have anything that comes to your mind?
It's something kind of stupid for me, but the vegetarian food here is not that good as in Germany.
It's not good?
Yeah, there's not much much to eat, but it's fine. I like the food, so right now I'm hungry and I'm waiting for the food, but I'm very glad to get some new experiences here with the culture. And some cultural difference I also recognized is the cultural remembrance about war, like the topic we talked about the whole week. But I guess it's now too big to really discuss about it, but maybe think about it.
Yes, I recognize that the people are like really open and really helpful all the time. So sometimes in Germany I experience different, that we sometimes need a bit more time to warm up before we are like friendly. It's only polite mostly. Yes, but I really enjoyed it also to get this feeling and the vibe. And I also really like that at the evenings that you have like a lot of pubs and you hang out together. And yes, this I enjoy too.
Maybe I can also add the point that it's so hot here, and you can see that like from 12 to 15 p.m. there's nothing happening here, and after 5 p.m. there's so much life in the city. It's beautiful.
So I'm wondering, how much did you know about the city before you came? Did you even know about it?
I wanted to be surprised, so I only knew about jumping off a bridge.
Really? I actually never heard of Mostar before. The only thing that I knew was Sarajevo, because they, like Radio F.R.E.I, already did projects there. So I didn't have any kind of expectation, I would say. I just was open for the experience. And as I said, I really, really like it here. It's nice. So, yeah.
Yeah, also I know about Sarajevo, but yeah, like then I searched a bit, but I also wanted to be surprised and also to be open, because you can read something, but it's different when you be there, and also like to experience a culture. It's more intense when you be there, and also to get knowledge about the history and the culture of remembrance.
Well, now that you mentioned that, what are the differences in culture remembrance in Germany and here? Did you notice any differences?
Actually, yes. Quite a big difference, I would say. Especially when we went to Jablanica. It was very different from what I know personally from like memorials or museums in Germany. But it's also kind of hard for me to actually have an opinion on that, because I mean, I was raised completely different. I have completely different maybe approaches to it. And I mean, it's also a different thing because World War II happened a long time ago compared to what you're dealing with here. And it was kind of hard for me to, understand it. So I guess I will have to just think about it, process it. But yeah.
Anyone else?
I'm on the same page.
Okay, I'm glad. So, you said you're gonna visit again. Is there any other place you want to visit here? Did you Google search something, maybe?
I really want to come back to Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh, good, good.
And want to spend here like more time, because like this 1 week was like passing really fast. And yeah, I want to see much more here, and meet maybe the people I met already again. So yeah, it would be a pleasure for me.
I'm glad.
I just can say the same. I'm on your side too. And maybe I want to see more nature.
Really? Okay, but now a question for Kenan. Since you're from here, you had to guide them everywhere.
Yeah.
How was that like? I want to know.
It was fun, to be honest. Like, for the treasure hunt, we went to, there was this riddle. There were a lot of riddles, but like, we were walking through town. I was like, I was telling them what I knew about history of the things that were on paper written, the riddles. So it was fun, and we were walking, talking, we were eating. I showed them new places that I didn't even went. Yeah, it was great.
Did he tell you guys any fun facts? Or maybe the tour guide we had. Did you learn something new? Like, what was your favorite fact?
Good question.
Yeah, it is actually a good question. And out of the cold, I can't really decide. But what I can say is that I really liked Sasha. He was a great tour guide, I feel like. He had humor. He wasn't just spitting facts. So I enjoyed it all. But I can't really say one quote or anything.
Really?
But I really enjoyed it with him. It was cool.
So I wouldn't say it is a fun fact, just to be
Okay,
clear.
bad phrasing,
But
I'm sorry.
like, before I thought that like Mostar is between like these two sides, and it's because of the bridge that there's the one side of the bridge and the other side of the other side. And he told us that a lot of tourists thinking this, but it's actually not happened. That it was like splitted by the river on the bridge.
Okay. Well, that would be the end, I guess. Thank you all for watching this. Also, big thanks to Amplituda and Radio F.R.E.I.
Yeah, thank you, EVZ Foundation from Thuringia, Erfurt, to also make this happen.
Thank you, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.